wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bag, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Ay. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready up.
51 to Mike. 65, 65, 65. Let's go.
On first down, Hankins got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready.
To throw on third down, Hankins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Ready?
52. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 52. Hatchet. Hatchet.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking.
General West.
Ford is Mike. Ford is Mike.
Hey, exit.
Ford is Mike. Ford is Mike. Hey, that QB's trash.
On first and 10, Hankins. Caught by Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Hey, Echo.
Mark 52, Mark 52. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Looking to throw. Hankins. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Ready? 70, Indy.
There's a party now. There's a party now. Under 10. Under 10.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Get your swarm on. 56, let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, my 7.
Operating from the gun, Knight. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down, Hankins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back to the air on 2nd down. Hankins. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1.
Let's get it.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Off the play fake. Hankins. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run on 1st down. It's Blake, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A 37-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will make our score 9-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down, Johnson. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Knight. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'll get him.
6-6, pull it high.
He's coming. Double up.
Johnson running right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Joker.
Yep. Ready.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Johnson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Go. On the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. On first down, it's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Here we go, here we go. Check 37, check 37.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row, back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 3rd down, Knight. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts with a completion, left side, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
56 is the mic. I don't think you got it, sir.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, you.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 56. Mike 50.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 56 to Mike. 56 is Mike.
Operating from the gun. Knight. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Five.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Protein spill.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, Alpha.
It's our time. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Let's go.
On fourth down. Knight. Got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
56 is the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Go.
They'll run on first down. Johnson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56, right there, 56. Check.
Hey, Haywood. Hey.
56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Ready?
To throw on second down. Knight. Johnson's got it complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. This pass complete to Higgins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Back now at Lambeau. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Hankins, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, defense, let's go. Watch Twiz. Right here, guys. Fight.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the pass.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he locates Walker, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
61, Matchbox Lights. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down, Hankins. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 40. Army.
From the gun, Hankins. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On first down, it's Blake. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, orbit.
Check back 40. Check back 40.
Ready?
2nd and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Check, 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 check 43. Bang, 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 bang. Check 26, check 26.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see.
Again, it's Johnson. Runs through the contact. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
8, read.
Squeeze, double.
Hey, Charlie.
56, check, 56.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
A 4-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
They'll look to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mike, 56, Mike, 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56, the mark, boys, 56. Check, 56. I'm coming, baby.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go. 15 line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Packers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road.